Welcome to the deep dive, where we really get into the weeds on complex topics, pull out the essential bits, and give you those crucial nuggets of knowledge. Today, we're taking a look at a system that, well, you don't really see it, but it's absolutely vital for your comfort, your safety, and honestly, the whole economics of flying these days. We're talking about the air supply inside an aircraft. It's not just the engines roaring or the wings doing their thing, it's that carefully managed environment inside that makes it all work. Our focus today is aircraft pneumatic systems. We're using insights from specialized bits of aircraft pneumatic systems, design and operation. Now, pneumatic systems, it sounds super technical, maybe a bit scary, right? But really, it boils down to using air pressure in clever ways to power everything. From the aircon keeping you cool to the anti-ice systems on the wings, even getting those huge engines started, it's kind of fundamental, woven into almost everything the plane does in ways you might find, well, pretty surprising.
Yeah, what's really fascinating, I think, is just how integrated these systems truly are. Pneumatic power, basically, air power, it's not just a nice to have for comfort, it's a fundamental utility. It underpins the aircraft's reliability, its efficiency. And for you, our listeners, getting ready for your ATPL theory exams, understanding these systems, it's not just about memorizing facts. It's more about grasping the why. Why did engineers design it this way? What problems were they solving? Our mission today is to unpack all this, highlight those key bits of knowledge that pop up in exams, and give you that deeper understanding you need to tackle those tricky questions with confidence. We'll really emphasize the core concepts, dig into the design choices, and yeah, we'll wrap up with a concise summary to help it all stick.
Okay, let's get into it then. When we say aircraft pneumatic systems, what exactly are we talking about? What is this network?
Okay, so at its most basic level, a pneumatic system is this. Really carefully put together network of components. You find it in pretty much all modern aircraft. Its job is to supply and manage compressed air for a whole bunch of critical aircraft functions. Don't think of it like a simple air pump. It's more like the aircraft's, its own breathing system for air power, working way behind the scenes.
That's a great way to put it. Really highlights how widespread it must be. So, okay, beyond just air to breathe, which is probably what most people think of, what are the main jobs it does? Because the list seems, well, huge.
Oh, it's way broader than just breathing air, absolutely. Obviously, you've got the cabin air conditioning and pressurization that's key for comfort at altitude. But these systems are also vital for keeping ice off the wings and engine inlets, that's aerofoil, and engine anti-icing, hugely important for safety. They also power things called air turbine motors. These little turbines can then drive generators or hydraulic pumps, sort of indirectly using air power.
Yeah.
And they're fundamental for starting the main engines, providing that initial blast of air to get the turbines spinning up. You'll also find pneumatics helping out the hydraulic systems in some cases, activating thrust reversers when you land.
Wow.
And even moving the leading and trailing edge flaps and slats, the things that change the wing shape for takeoff and landing, vital for lift and speed control.
And it seems like it goes even further than that. Like they've found ways to use air for almost anything needing force or pressure.
They really have. Take pneumatic rams, for instance. These are basically air-powered pistons, actuators. They're used for things like moving the thrust reverser mechanisms precisely. They're also used to pressurize hydraulic reservoirs, making sure the hydraulic fluid gets where it needs to go, and even the potable water tanks. Got a pressure to get water to the galley and loose. Right. And maybe less obviously, they heat the cargo compartments. Yeah. That's crucial if you're carrying sensitive stuff like food or even live animals. Got to keep their environment stable. So for your ATPL prep, really getting your head around this whole list is key. It shows just how fundamental pneumatics are right across the board.
That really hammers it home. It's not optional, it's essential for operations. But where does all this air actually come from? It needs to be high volume, often pressurized. It's not just scooped in from outside, is it?
No, definitely not just scooped in. It's sourced very specifically. The main source, especially in modern jets, is what we call bleed air. This is basically a high-volume, lower-pressure flow of air that's cleverly bled or tapped off from the compressor stages.
All right. Many thanks for listening to this free part of the ATPL Theory podcast. If you want to continue learning and access the full comprehensive guide, go to my Patreon at patreon.com/ATPL Theory or my Hero at herohero.co/ATPL. That is patreon.com/ATPL Theory or herohero.co/ATPL. Wishing you all the best.